Hey guys, what's going on everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, ladies and gents. Welcome on back to a brand new discussion slash speculation video. And today we're going to be talking about some Lego rumors, or more specifically, we're going to be taking a look at a character list for Lego Incredibles 2. So if you don't know, there have been lots of rumors and speculation about the fact that we will be getting two different Lego games this year, one of which will be Lego DC Villains, and the other one is the one that we're going to be addressing today, and that is Lego Incredibles 2. Now, this video, I think personally, is going to really exemplify why I am having a very tough time thinking that we are actually going to get a Lego Incredibles game. And the reason for it, primarily so, is the fact that if you really think about it, you really start kind of realizing like, okay, well, one of the key elements of all Lego games, like any Lego game that we've gotten, I would say ever, basically, is that they have massive rosters of characters. I mean, usually I would say at least 100 characters is kind of a good starting point, and most of the time it's higher than that. So with that in mind, this is a list that I went ahead and formulated myself, and I was having a really tough time coming up with actual characters to feature on this particular list. Now, if you have more ideas for other characters that could appear in an Incredibles 2 video game, like again, of course, there might be other characters from, let's say, the Incredibles 2 that we don't know about that could be added. But let's say, even if we're being ultra generous, let's say there's 20 other characters that we throw in here. That's still not very many characters. So I still am having a very, very tough time because right now I think I've come up with 28 characters. But again, even that is kind of generous because a lot of the characters are overlaps of the others. So it's really not even that many characters. So again, if you guys have an idea about the Incredibles 2 roster and how you would go on ahead and expand it, let me know down in the comment section below. I am working on a DC villains list as well. I am up to 217 characters right now. So you should be 207 character lists right now, and you should be expecting that video within the next week or two. So I hope you guys will check that out as well. And of course, with that all in mind, let's get rocking and let's get rolling with our list of the day. So of course, at the very top of the list, we have the Incredibles themselves, the entire family. So that includes, of course, from left to right, Mr. Incredible, Elastigirl, Violet, Dash, and then, oh my goodness, why am I forgetting his name right now? This is embarrassing. The kid's name. Oh my goodness. How could I forget the kid's name? It's not, is it Pa? Oh gosh, goodness gracious. I am, Jack, right? That's his name, I think. Jack? Yeah. So from there, we are going to work basically in an alphabetical order. So we've got Bernie Krop. We've got Bob Parr, who is the unmasked version of course, Mr. Incredible. We've got Buddy Pine, who later on becomes Syndrome, of course. Well, I guess, you know what? I'm not going to address the characters in depth because I think I'm going to be spoiling the movie that way. So my apologies about that spoiler there. Then we've got Dash Parr, or Dashiell, Robert Parr, which is the full name of course, Dash himself. Then we've got Edna Mode. We will do Frozone in two different designs. So you'll have the masked version and then unmasked version of Frozone as well, which I think would be really cool. So that's, again, a way of getting more characters into the game itself. Then we've got Gilbert Huff. We've got Helen Parr, unmasked Elastigirl. Island Guards, which are basically just the guards that are featured in, I think they were featured in the film, but also in the, wasn't there like a direct DVD, some sort of thingamajig? I don't remember what it was. But basically just a generic guard character. I know people are going to say, well, you're really stretching. It's like, that's what I had to do to make this list come together. But then in addition to that, if you look at most Lego games, usually they do feature like Kang minions, for example. In the most recent Lego game, you look at Lego Marvel Super Heroes 2, there are Kang minions in the game. They're just called Kang minions. So this is the equivalent of that in this world. Then we've got Jack unmasked, and of course we will have his Incredibles 2 version where he's got some superpowers already. Then we have Mirage herself. Miss Hodgkinson, I think, is the lady that... Okay, not going to spoil anything. They help her out. That's all. I'm going to not even spoil any further than that. Then I went ahead and included two different variations of the robots. These robots were actually featured in the Incredibles toy box. If you remember in Disney Infinity 2, was it 2.0 or 1.0? I don't remember. Wherever the Incredibles were featured, I think it was 2.0, I want to say. So either way, when they were introduced into that game, their world featured these different drones and robots that you could fight. So we have two variations of the ground robots, and then we also have the spider robots, which were these giant creatures. And since they've included in LEGO games characters like Fing Fang Foom, who's huge, or Devil Dinosaur, for example, I think they could do a character like Spider Robot, and it would be really cool to actually play as one of these villain robots and run around and cause a whole bunch of havoc through a LEGO world. So that could be a lot of fun, actually. Then, of course, we have Syndrome, who must be in here. He's probably like the sixth most important character that you could think of right off the top of your head, at least at this point in time. Then we've got Tony Ridinger, the Underminer, who I actually think would be a really cool looking minifig slash big fig. I think they could do him in either design, and I think he would turn out hopefully quite cool. So I really like the idea of having him in there. Then we've got vintage Mr. Incredible, which is one of my favorite suit designs. I actually think that it's way cooler than the modern stuff they wear, because I don't know, I just really like the blue, or kind of well, it's baby blue, I guess, or navy blue, I don't know what you would call that, and the black together. It looks cool. Kind of reminds me of Nightwing a little bit, and I think that that looks fantastic. Plus it kind of reminds me of the Fantastic Four, which the Incredibles are kind of based on. Then we've got Violet herself, so that would be an unmasked version of Violet that we saw before. And then, of course, we have Voyage, and last but certainly not least, Wayne Caney, or Connie, who is the school principal from the first Incredibles film. So with that all in mind, that is the entire roster that I was able to come up with. Now, of course, you could do, I'm guessing, a few more robot and those types of creatures in there, but I really don't know who else you would be able to throw in here that would really make a lot of sense. So if you guys have ideas about characters that you think should be included in here, let me know down in the comment section below. I would definitely love to get a discussion going about that. But then additionally to that, I felt like it would be really cool if this Incredibles game, the way to supplement this roster is maybe if they could actually just make it a Lego Pixar game that maybe focuses on the Incredibles. I don't mind that. I think that would be understandable since that's the big Pixar movie coming out this year. But maybe they could throw in a few other Pixar characters or Disney even characters in here, and that would really allow us to expand that roster substantially and make it that much more fun. Let me know what you guys think of that idea down in the comment section below. Yay or nay? What other characters would you like to see on this particular roster? And of course, like always, guys, don't forget, if you enjoyed today's roster assembly video, hit that like button. I will hopefully catch you guys here next time. Peace out. See you later, alligators. Bye-bye, everyone.